The Jesse Karnell Mayfield Jr. Effect. Continued. The weight of growing up in Chicago. Chicago was more than a place on a map. It became part of Jesse Karnell Mayfield Jr.'s testimony. Its streets, neighborhoods, changing seasons, and diverse people helped shape the young man he would become. The city taught lessons that no classroom ever could. Some lessons came through kindness. Others came through disappointment. Some came through laughter with family and friends. Others came through moments of loneliness that seemed impossible to explain. As Jesse grew older, he began noticing that life was not always fair. He saw brokenness. He witnessed people carrying burdens that were invisible to everyone else. He began carrying burdens of his own. Questions filled his mind. Why do people hurt one another? Why is there so much suffering? Why does anger seem easier than forgiveness? Why do some people appear happy while secretly carrying pain? Although he did not yet have answers to every question, the questions themselves became part of God's work in his life. They stirred a hunger for truth. As the scriptures proclaim in Proverbs chapter 2, verses 1 through 5, those who seek wisdom diligently will come to understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Looking back, Jesse realized that even when he was searching for answers, God was already searching his heart. There were days when frustration slowly became anger. Not explosive anger every day. Not hatred toward everyone. But a growing struggle within. Sometimes it came from feeling misunderstood. Sometimes it came from disappointment. Sometimes it came from watching wrong go unchallenged. Sometimes it came from wounds he did not yet know how to heal. Years later, he would learn that anger itself is not always sinful, but what a person does with anger matters greatly. As the scriptures proclaim in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 26 through 27, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, and give no opportunity to the devil." That passage became more than words on a page. It became a mirror. Chicago also awakened Jesse's creativity. His imagination continued to grow. Stories formed in his mind. Questions became poems. Thoughts became journals. Ideas became conversations. He did not yet know that one day God would use that creativity to write testimonies, encouragements, prayers, spoken word pieces, and messages centered on Jesus Christ. Even then, seeds were being planted. Not every seed would produce good fruit immediately. Some ideas needed pruning. Some ambitions needed surrender. Some desires needed to lose their life, so that something better could live. As the scriptures proclaim in John chapter 15, verses 1 through 5, Jesus is the true vine, and apart from him we can do nothing. Those words would become increasingly meaningful as Jesse matured. Chicago gave him memories that made him smile. Chicago also gave him memories that made him cry. Both became teachers. Neither joy nor sorrow was wasted in the hands of God. Looking back, Jesse could see that every season was preparing him for a greater understanding of grace. The city shaped his experiences. Life shaped his perspective. But Jesus Christ would ultimately shape his heart. The Jesse Karnell Mayfield Jr. effect was becoming clearer. Not because life was becoming easier, but because God was patiently teaching one enduring truth. No city is too broken. No family is too damaged. No heart is too wounded. No sinner is beyond the saving grace of Jesus Christ. The foundation was still being laid. The greatest chapter of Jess's life had not yet begun.